This is the complete Chord build guide in 5 minutes or less. Start the timer and let's get right on into it. Chord is a character that falls into the strategist role, and her focus is on buffing your team, while also giving access to a gimmick, allowing them to use more highlights. Chord's most important skill by far is her skill 3, Catchy Hook, and the way that this skill works is it allows one ally to immediately use their highlight after casting, even if it is currently on cooldown. This highlight's damage is also increased based upon the skill's level. The cooldown of this skill can be found in her awareness 0, which shows you that for using the skill, it increases Chord's own attack for that battle, and that Catchy Hook starts with a cooldown time of 1 turn, and this cooldown gets increased each time it is used up to 3 turns. So each time you use this skill, the cooldown gets longer, maxing out at 3. This makes it so you can't use this skill in your first turn. Chord's second most important skill is her skill 2, Unison Notes, which grants co-star to one ally. This increases their attack by a percentage of her own attack. This buff is further increased using her passive backing track, which makes it so when an ally uses a highlight, she increases their attack for 1 turn. But if the ally happens to be the co-star that just used the highlight, which means if they're the current ally being buffed by her skill 2, this effect increases by 1.5 times. Chord's skill 1 is an AoE electric damage hit, with an 80% chance to inflict shock on the main target. That deals bonus electric damage if she currently has a co-star active, and Chord's highlight increases the party's damage for 4 ally actions, and also fills their highlight gauge by 10% for each of their actions for up to 40%. It's also worth noting that with Chord's second passive, every time an ally uses a highlight, she heals the ally with the lowest HP by a percentage of her attack. So yes, this character also does have some sustainability. Now Chord's recommended skill leveling priority is going to be skill 3, skill 2, and then you can level up the highlight and skill 1 as you see fit. Chord actually has 2 different skill rotations based upon if she's A0 or A1. Her A0 rotation will be skill 2, skill 1, skill 3, and her A1 rotation will be 1, 1, 3, 2. Now it's time to go into Chord's awarenesses so you can understand just why that is. Chord's A1 grants a co-star at the beginning of the battle, meaning that you don't have to use skill 2 to do it yourself, and will increase the co-star's critical rate by 15%. This prioritizes the ally with the highest attack, and increases their critical rate by 15%. If you are looking to make Chord a little bit more powerful, this A1 is the perfect way to do it. It is not a must pull by any means, but it is a very nice A1. Awareness 2 makes it so when she uses her skill 3, she increases the target ally's damage by 30% for 1 turn. Her awareness 3 is a skill leveling increase. Her awareness 4 increases the effect duration of her highlight to 6 ally actions, meaning that she can fill the highlight gauge up to 60% instead, and gains the effect to decrease highlight activation cooldown for all other allies by 1 turn. Awareness 5 is another skill leveling increase, and awareness 6. At the start of battle, Catchy Hook can be used immediately. The cooldown time is permanently decreased to 1 turn and won't increase. Every time it is used, increase the party's damage by 20% up to 2 stacks. This A6 is absolutely disgusting, don't get me wrong. It allows you to use skill 3 in the first turn and every single other turn after that, meaning that you can use a highlight every other turn. If you were looking to pull a character's A6, this is one to consider. Now moving on to Chord's weapons, I'm going to start with her 4-star. It is a very simple one and increases her own attack, and after using her skill 3, it increases her attack by even more. Since Chord scales off her attack, this is a nice 4-star weapon. It is not bad by any means. As for her 5-star weapon, it is honestly pretty broken. This weapon also increases Chord's attack, but at the start of battle, it'll fill the highlight gauge by 40% automatically, increase the co-star's attack by 15%, and each time an ally uses a highlight, she'll increase the co-star's attack by even more, stacking up to 3 times. This weapon is honestly just loaded, and if you are going to be pulling a 5-star weapon, this is really one to consider. It is broken. Now as for teams, Chord is going to be slottable into just about every team. Now who you slot her in as a replacement for depends on the team. For example, if you're running a Makoto team, Makoto still wants Vino, so you'll be slotting in Chord instead of a sustain. Now if you're playing a team like the On team, for example, and you don't need the sustain, you can again slot her in over the sustain. But it is also possible to slot her in over Key if you feel a need to do so. Basically, if you don't need the extra survivability, slot Chord in over the sustain unit. If you're having trouble surviving, slot her over whatever character's in the second slot, as long as it's a character that your main DPS doesn't rely too heavily on having. As for Chord's revelation cards, you're going to want her on a 4-piece prosperity set with a trust universe card. Prosperity will not only decrease Chord's damage taken, but will also at the start of battle fill the highlight gauge by 25%. The trust card makes it so when she uses a skill on an ally, she'll increase the party's damage by 8% for 2 turns. As for the main stats you want in these cards, your moon can either be HP recovery or attack percent. Your star and your planet though are both going to be attack percent. As for the substat priority, attack and HP percent substats are both very nice. Other substats like crit rate, crit damage, defense, and alien accuracy are also usable, but you kind of just want to stack as much attack and HP as you can on this character. That's the complete Chord build guide in 5 minutes or less. Hopefully I helped you out, and if I did, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, especially because videos that are below 8 minutes, YouTube kind of hates me for uploading them. So engaging with this video really will help it out a ton. That's gonna be all from me. I'm out. Peace.